Hi and welcome. I'm Bill Holkham, and today we will be painting a no sketch landscape. This one shows the beach and the ocean as well, and you will only need to do one straight pencil line with a ruler. That's it. So nice and easy, perfect for beginners, and something that I feel you can learn a great deal from. So please come along and join me in our no sketch series of paintings. Right, on this occasion, we've got the yellow first, and then I'm going to lay down some water. It's got a tiny touch of yellow still on the brush, because I don't want my sky turning green. So Cobalt Turquoise is going into that water wash, coming up to the yellow, and just a little way in, just marrying them together. Number 8 quill brush being used for that. Small piece of paper, 7 by 5, Arches 140-pound rub, taped at the edges. Then flat brush, we've got distant clouds on the horizon there. You'll see I'll do another coat there to darken that even more, to emphasize this burst of sunlight. That will get us by for now, and then we'll be doing some darker clouds up in the sky. Here we go. Still using a flat brush, that combination of the Cobalt Turquoise and Alizarin Crimson for some darker clouds. As always, we'll dry lighter, but on this occasion, they will be quite dark still because of the mixture that we've chosen. Now, as I mentioned, I'm just darkening up at the horizon, because I want a strong contrast between the light and the dark. Okay, that's coming on quite well. And in a moment, I would just dry that off. If you've got too much pigment water at the edges, you should mop them up, either with a clean, thirsty brush or with some tissue. And there, with a smaller brush, and it's just damp, a little bit of water to it, I can soften the edges of some of those clouds. And then just blend them a little. Now, this is another method of achieving that, where you could, once it's dry totally, you could run some clear water over the whole of the sky area and not dig into the paper, just lightly touching it. And that way you can achieve soft edges. And whilst you're at it, you can say, well, I want to strengthen up the sky a little bit more. This is a sunburst. So you can dip into your yellow mixture and lay that down and strengthen it up. And dry that off. And now we can do the beach area where the sand is. And we're going to have some waves, and we're going to have some lovely light catching the sand. So using a flat brush now after the quill, and we've got some blue, and then we've got our yellow, and I'm purposefully leaving some white of the paper in those areas that you can see, because I don't want it all to be that yellow. We've got we need a little bit of the reflective clouds in the wet sand, and what will be some ocean but not too much ocean on this occasion. The tide is out, but there are just a few gentle waves coming in here and there, which you'll see later. This is good practice, especially for beginners. As I mentioned, very small piece of paper, 7 by 5. I'll choose 140 pounds. Um, so you're not using a lot of paper, you're not using much in terms of paints. They go a long way, and it's good practice. Okay, so dry that off, and now we're doing the lifting technique for the burst of sunlight. Clear water on a stiff, flat brush, one that's normally used for acrylic and oil. Digging into the paper a little because the paper is robust even at the 140 pounds. And we can lift with clear water and a clean tissue. Don't use a dirty one because you don't want to transfer colors into the sky off a dirty tissue. And then for the reflection on the wet sand, we also do some lifting. And here we can actually come down in a straight line. And I think that way it's quite effective for this painting. Now I'm just indicating what have been a few very gentle waves, water coming in onto the beach. Nothing too dramatic, not crashing, no drama here. It's a very gentle, soft feel to this particular subject. So you lay down your color first and then clear water on your brush at the top and marry that together and spread it out a little. And you can see why I left the white of the paper. Then there's a few on the left hand side, just little ponds of water on that part of the beach, etc., that have gathered and stayed. And it's coming together quite well. A long way through this one, just about a minute to go. So what is also useful is where we have that light on the sand, wet sand, if you drop in a few darks, it works really well. It emphasizes it more. And that adds a little bit of extra interest. You know, they could be clumps of seaweed, they could be rocks, and so forth, various pebbles on the beach, etc., etc. But they show a nice contrast. So I do hope you have a go at this one. I do feel that as a beginner, you can learn from it. And then having learnt those various techniques, you can apply them to your larger paintings. Few birds in the sky to add movement and life, just an odd number. And here we are. Here's a reveal. Shows up quite nicely, I think. And I hope you have a go at that one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.